Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a different video than I normally post. So if you don't like to hear me talk a lot, like someone commented I talk too much in my videos, you might want to click off now because that's all I'm going to be doing. So I have a story time for you today, so stay tuned. So we have a Chevy Traverse SUV. And this is the one I mainly drive. We also have a car which hubby drives. It's better on gas because he has to go further for work. So I usually drive the SUV. So Sunday when I got home, I was backing into the driveway going into the garage, and my hubby came out and opened up the gate, and he was hearing a hissing sound, and lo and behold, I had caught a flat. So it was late and I didn't feel like dealing with it then. So he said just park it in the garage and he'll deal with it tomorrow, which would be Monday. So that's what I did. I backed it into the garage, and sure enough, as I turned off the engine, I could hear it hissing and my tire was slowly going down. Now we knew that we needed tires pretty soon because not even 2 weeks prior to this, he had rotated the tires and checked the oil and all that kind of stuff. He does the maintenance on the vehicles. So at that point, we knew that we needed tires on the SUV. The car was fine, but the SUV needed some attention. And when it rains, it pours. And as you know, a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago now, we had a basement flood and we had to deal with that. And we're still dealing with that. So to catch a flat, not such a big deal, but because he had rotated the tires not too long ago, we knew we needed tires. So we were trying to work that out as well. So when I caught a flat, I'm like, okay, no big deal. I will take it once he puts the spare on, because I've never changed a tire in my life. I moved from my parents' house and had brothers that did all that kind of stuff for me into my married house. And I had a husband that did all that for me. So I didn't really know how to change the tire. But he had to go to work on Monday, and I was determined to try and change this tire myself without any real direction from him. So what did I do? I got on YouTube. Yeah, I looked at so many videos before I attempted this. And literally 2 hours trying to get the lug nuts loose. I couldn't get them loose. I don't know if it was... Of course, I knew what it was in the end because I was turning them the wrong way. I was actually tightening them instead of loosening them. And even when I did try the other way, I still couldn't get it off with all my body weight on it. And I'm not a thin person. So once he got home, he helped me with that. So I got it off. I changed the tire pretty much by myself after he showed me this is how you get it off. I jacked it up. I was so proud of myself because I've never changed a tire in my life. So to have that knowledge and skill, it was a great thing. So I got it off, and then the next day, which would have been Tuesday, I decided to take it into the shop to get my flat tire repaired. Here is where the odyssey starts. So I went into a tire chain, a Midwest tire chain. They have locations all over the Midwest, well known, and I asked them to fix my flat tire. So they came back half an hour, 45 minutes later, because I was in the waiting room. I didn't think it was going to take that long. They cannot repair my tire. It's not repairable. Okay, no problem, because I knew we needed tires anyway. So I asked them how much 4 tires would be, and this is what they came back with. Now remember, we already knew we had to replace our tires, and we knew something was going on because when hubby rotated them, the wear pattern on them was very unusual on one of my tires. Just one. And it was the front passenger, which became the rear driver's side because the way he rotated them. And just to note, we had Michelin tires on the SUV currently, and we wanted to kind of replace them with the same thing if possible. So here is the estimate from that chain location for tires. tires and tires alone. Here are the Michelin Defenders, which is what we had on the vehicle currently. The quote was for $1,500 with lifetime rotation. I didn't think it was too bad, right? And they also gave me estimates for several other tires as well. The last one on the list, the lowest end, he didn't give me that until he actually printed it out. Not that I was going to go there, because I called hubby and he said, go mid-range, middle of the pack. Not necessarily the highest Michelin that we already had on there. So this is what I was going to go with. Not bad. I mean, middle of the road, $1,300. Yeah, okay. But the assistant manager who was checking me also wanted to see what was causing that wear pattern on my tires. And this is the estimate he came up with. This is apparently what my truck or my SUV needed to be repaired. All of this. And can you see the price of this? $2,700. And that doesn't even include the tires. So you're looking at a $4,000+ repair for a flat tire that I came in with. We knew probably something might have been off because of the wear pattern, but $4,000 worth of something being off? Something was definitely off, and I don't think it was the repairs on my truck. My hubby, the following Saturday, went to a different location of the same Midwest tire chain, and he explained what was going on. They looked at it, and this is the list they came up with that needed to be repaired. Can you see how much, first of all, shorter it is than my one? Because my one was 2 pages, his one was only 1 page. And comparing the prices of his quote to the prices that I got in a different location 2 towns away, you can see that the prices for the same parts on his are cheaper than the parts on mine. The exact same parts are, some of them are $10. One is $100 difference. $100 different from what I got 4 days prior. It was astonishing. Same chain, and the price of things was different. As you can see, this particular one here is $100 more on my quote than it is, exact same thing, on his quote. $175 and $75. $175 and $75. This blew my mind. When I was going to do it, I was just going to go and get the truck fixed. I was just going to pay the $4,000 and be done, because I wanted to be safe, because I'm the one who's driving it. But hubby was like, no, let's just check around and go from there. Get a second opinion, so to speak. This particular one here, I'm showing you, it's a $10 difference. Mine was $125, his was $115. Exact same parts, needed the exact same thing. And it's not like he took a different truck or he did something beforehand before he took it to another location. I don't know if my mechanic at that particular location was, I don't know, new or something like that. But $2,700 plus my tires. So a total of like $4,000, depending on which tires I went with, either $4,000 or $5,000 repair to my SUV with tires, nearly $5,000, depending on which one, compared to what he actually paid with tires, $2,500 with his tires. So for less than my repairs estimate, he got repairs and tires. So apparently I didn't need all those repairs done to my SUV, and the tires that we got were 4.5 out of 5 rating in whatever tire rating it is. They weren't Michelin, but they were up there. I think they're Kelly tires, which apparently are all-weather tire, and they're really good. So in closing, shop around. And don't take the first estimate unless you're absolutely sure of that particular mechanic or whatever you have to do with your house, with your car, whatever. Shop around, because seriously, to go from nearly $4,000 or $5,000 to cut that bill in half and get everything that needed to be done, it's just astonishing to me. So my folks, shop around and don't take the first quote you get. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and click that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos.